Hey guys, today we are doing a double exposure. So I just wanted to show you this is what my finished double exposure is going to look like. And this one is pretty easy to walk through. So let's get started. I'm going to go over to Pixlr E. I'm logged in already. And I'm going to go to Create New. And I'm working in Full HD. And I'm going to name it double exposure and my last name. I'm going to hit create. So I've got all this empty space here. I'm going to do a new layer from the plus sign, and I'm going to choose an image. And I'm going to start with this close-up of Kobe. So I'm going to make this image big to kind of fill the screen, get rid of the ad. And I want to get rid of some of this extra space. Well, yeah, let's do that. Let's crop and get rid of the extra space. The top of his head's already cut off a little bit, so this just makes it a little cleaner. Once I have it cropped to where I want it, I'm going to hit enter. And then I don't want the background this dark, so a couple things I can do. I can use the cutout and the AI tool, and that's pretty quick. But since it's a solid color background, the magic wand is actually quicker. So I'm just going to select this area and hit backspace or delete. Or I can go up to edit, cut. Oh, it's not doing it because I'm not on my layer. So make sure my layer is selected. Now I can hit backspace and it deleted it. Magic wand, select over here, backspace. Much better. To get rid of the marching ants, I can either go to select and choose deselect, or my favorite is to hold control and hit D, and that deselects all of the marching ants. So this is ready to go. Layer 1 is my base layer. I want to put a color down in the base layer, and I'm going to be working in black and white in just a minute, so I want to choose a gray. And I like the darker gray, I just didn't like it all the way black. So I chose the dark gray. I'm going to use the fill tool, and I'm just going to fill in the background. So I want to select my layer with Kobe on it and go up to filter, and I'm going to choose effect library. It's the very top thing on the filter menu. And these are just different filters like you can apply on your phone. Pixlr has the same kind of thing. So I'm going to choose too old. And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to choose Tom because it's got a good contrast. I'm going to hit apply. So now Kobe's black and white. Cool, we got layer 1 and layer 2 done. So now I want to start laying in my other images that are going to be part of the double exposure. So I'm going to choose new layer. It's an image. And I'm going to choose, let's go with this one. I'd saved some images ahead of time. I made sure that they were PNG images. That means that the background is already taken out. If you have some that have the background, all you have to do is use the cutout tool to take out the background, or if you need to, the magic wand tool. So, got a picture here. I think this one is going to go over here. Okay, so I've got them where I want them. I want to turn them black and white, so I'm going to go to Filter, Effect Library. I'm going to choose Too Old. Scroll down and choose Tom. It's really important that whatever you choose, you're choosing the same thing for each layer. That way it looks consistent. So now I want this to look like that double exposure effect. All I have to do is go into the layer settings and knock down the opacity or the transparency. And I can see details of both images, and so this is what a double exposure is kind of like. So let's add more Kobe's. I like this one, and I think that I had this one up here earlier. I had it bigger. Okay, filter, effect library, too old, and Tom. Then I'm going to go into my layer settings, and I'm going to knock the transparency down till it's somewhere I like it, and that looks good to me. Cool. And let's do one more over here. So new layer, image. Let's go with this one. Ooh, this one's got a background in it, so I gotta get rid of the background. Since it's a solid color, I could use the magic wand tool. I already showed you how to do that in this video, so this time I'm gonna use the cutout mask tool, and I'm gonna click the AI auto, and it's gonna take a minute. It says machines are doing their thing, please wait. It's a premium tool. After the ad, you'll be able to use this premium content or feature. To skip these ads in the future, upgrade your account to premium today. I am not interested in upgrading, and so we waited, so I hit continue, and ta-da, my background's gone. So I'm going to move this Kobe all the way over here. Get rid of these ads. And we'll put him here. Filter, effect library, too old, and scroll down to Tom. Then I'm going to go to my layer settings and knock down the transparency. Cool. I'm happy with that. I'm going to move him over just a little bit. What I'm not happy with is that Kobe's elbow is in his eye over here. So we got to fix that. So this is the layer with Kobe's elbow. And I want to be able to see his eye more clearly because I don't want to lose any details in his facial features. So I'm going to grab the eraser tool. I'm going to make sure that my eraser is pretty big, probably about, it's almost 300 right now. And I want to make sure that the opacity is knocked down some because I don't want like hard lines on this. I have a soft brush. That doesn't mean that I want it to kind of go crazy. So the middle of the eraser is the hardest part of the eraser, and the edges of the eraser are kind of more feathered and soft. So I'm going to start with that feather soft part on his elbow till I get to where I want to see the details. So now I clicked a few times. I got rid of his elbow. I can still see his arm here, but I can see his face more clearly now. So that's much better for me. So there is my double exposure. I'm pretty happy with that. It was pretty quick and easy to do. Don't overcomplicate it. You can choose whoever you want for your double exposure, even if it's a cartoon character or a video game character. As long as it is school appropriate, I am fine with that. Have some fun with this one. This is not a picture of yourself this time. You can do a picture of yourself if you want to. Say you're a big football star and you want to do a whole collage of yourself as a football player. Go for it. Have fun. When you're done with it, I want you to save it both as a PXD file in case you need to go back and edit it, and also save it as a JPEG file. And then load it to your Google site. Make sure you label your project and make sure you answer the following questions in the description underneath your image. Tell me what went well on the project. Tell me what you struggled with. Tell me what tools you found most helpful. And tell me when you could use something like this on a future project. When you're done, make sure you hit publish on your Google site and then copy the link and turn it into Google Classroom so that I can check it out and give you a grade for it. If you have any questions or comments, email me. And otherwise, have fun and good luck with this project.